Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. What I'm going to do for all of you guys today, in the back of the Archeo book, there is beautiful little tales for each of these cards, and I'm just going to read you the Greenman's tale after we talk about the attributes, just because Nick Bantock, who's the author, has the most beautiful fluid writing. I find it so, it's just, I can't even describe it. It's beautiful and magical and just really fantastic. So I'm going to read, and each one of the cards, I believe, in this particular deck has one of these wonderful tales. It's the Fatalist tale, the Grace's tale, the Greenman's tale. It has everything. So I'm really, really excited. The Healer's tale. But let's talk about each card. We have the Green Man, we have the Illuminator, and we have the Falcon. So for number one, the Green Man, the Green Man is a steward of everything that grows in the earth, part vegetation himself. He's attached to the roots and the arteries that join all living things, yet he roams around the land freely. He's a green shadow on the edge of our peripheral vision, insisting that we respect the earth. I definitely feel within this is a reminder, how grounded and stable and calm and fresh we feel when we go outside and we connect with nature, right? Sometimes just listening to the breeze. And right now there is nothing nicer than this time of year. As I was driving down one of the old back roads, all the leaves were falling off the tree. They were gold, they were red, they were brown, they were a whole myriad of gorgeous colors. And that really made me just have such respect and connection to the earth. I love fall. I found it so beautiful. And that's what this card speaks to us as, that when we connect with our earth spirit, it is renewing, it is calming. Just think when you look over a big body of water, how your emotions feel calmed, right? And you feel restful and you feel like time is more fluid and it's more relaxed. It's that kind of energy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the little Greenman's tale at the portion of the Green Man in the back of the book. So the author writes, and he's so fantastic. The Green Man's tale. There are early myths that speak of the first tree, a prehistoric giant that towered over the landscape with iron black bark and foliage so thick that the light barely penetrated it. With the tree finally succumbed to the elements and there was nothing left of its one formidable trunk, there grew within the earth a vast network of roots and arteries that fed every bush and blade of grass. No longer separate entities, but one single interconnected organism watched over by the Green Man, a steward whose sacred job it was to prevent humankind in its infinite clumsiness from damaging nature's core. Oh my God, just splendid. I love this kind of writing. I believe for every single card that he has in this too, he has a tale at the end of the book. And I posted a couple on IG because I just found them so, they just touched my heart. And I love that kind of writing because he uses such rich, it's like beyond words. I just can't even, put into words how lovely it is and how wonderful it is to connect with that. So let's talk about the Illuminator. So the Illuminator holds a candle aloft against blackness. His flame cuts through the inky shade and shows us the terrain beneath our feet. This is the light of consciousness that gives all of our senses meaning. He's also the means by which our inner eye can navigate through a maze of complex emotions and scattered thoughts. He is, in short, the one who makes you aware of your existence. It's that without dark, light is rendered meaningless. Without light, darkness obliterates all things. Each need the other to exist. And the Illuminator eradicates that nothingness and gives us the world of sensation and a world we play and a world we struggle in, everything. It shines a light on things that we need a light shown onto. I feel like it speaks, I'm always curious about moodiness and why there can be so big fluctuations with me, with my clients, with my family, and I definitely believe it all starts with what we are paying attention to and what thoughts we are entertaining and which ones we are choosing to believe, right? Because a thought can become a mood, can become a behavior, can become a personality, all of that onward and onward. And the Illuminator kind of asks us to take a look at that. What thoughts are you entertaining, and are you really believing some of these really shady ones that come in that your ego is producing, or somebody else's supplanted sense. It could be from your youth. It could be something that triggers you. Somebody always, when you're young, a nickname that bothers you. If you were overweight and people making fun of that. If you had hair loss, people making fun of that. All these little things, it illuminates it. What triggers us and what bothers us, and do we choose to still believe these old stories and old traumas? Are we going to put them to rest? Sometimes we really do need to shine a light on that. Self-therapy sometimes by saying, all right, I'm going to write down 3 things that I know that trigger me, and I'm going to take a look at them and recognize that whatever is happening in the world is happening just blissfully, around me. It's not happening to me. I'm not a victim. Things, aren't personal attacks on me. But if I choose to see it that way, my life is going to be a lot differently than if I just opt out of all, that melee of whatever, gossip, low vibe, jealousy, competitiveness, all of that. And the Illuminator definitely shines a light on that, like taking a good hard look at ourselves so we can help ourselves grow and heal. Now, I love this, the Falcon. So I'm excited. I want to I want to look in the book and see some of the stuff, because this is the first time I'm using these. So this, interestingly enough, is the first time I'm seeing a lot of these. So the Falcon talks about, let me have a little peek at this. Well, first I want to just read this bit that says, the falcon is no common raptor. He is Horus, god of the sky, who never sleeps. He is unerringly in loyalty to his partner and the company, and his noble temperament makes him the perfect moral compass that can never be circumvented or hoodwinked. In this particular book, it definitely is talking about how, what are your eyes tuned into? What are you trying to pick out half hidden, like a half hidden scorpion at 1,000 meters, like a falcon can. All of these, it is swirling up and looking down through perspective of on top of things, right? You're not pecking down in the dirt with the turkeys. You're soaring up. And then you can see the safest way forward, how to navigate things. You're calm. You're using all of your senses, right? You're using your sight. You're using your sense of smell and everything to navigate your world and feel like, again, you're capable. Because that's a huge thing with me. I always feel like the moment I give myself permission to feel capable, I know I'm ready to do anything. Even if I'm not quite 100% on all the information, I give myself permission to learn as I go. I don't have to go out and know everything. And that also allows for teachability too, right? I just love these cards so much. I feel like the insights are so beautiful. So you guys, that is your daily pop. And I think for the next couple of days, I'll use these and I'll read a little excerpts from the back for the tales and stuff, because his writing, and I'll be posting over on IG a page or two. His writing is just so dreamy and poetic. He's lovely, and he's a best-selling author for a reason. His first book was Griffin and Sabine. That was a trilogy, and that spent 2 years on the New York Times bestseller list. He definitely has prose that is sterling for sure. So love and light, you guys.